Hey team, I hope you're having a wonderful morning so far. I want to do a really quick training on just some basic tools and resources that can help you grow your business. We have so many new coaches in our organization, which is amazing. And a lot of you guys are asking me, hey, what should I have on my phone? What kind of app should I use? How should I build this business? And I want to just go over some basics that have helped me and things that I use every day. So hopefully those in turn will help you. So let's get right into it. First and foremost, do not think that you have to get into this business and buy a fancy computer and laptop and all of this stuff. You don't have to. There is absolutely nothing wrong with using your phone for everything. And to be honest, the beginning of my business, I use my phone for absolutely everything. I still probably use it for about 90% of what I do, from posts to basic business functions to creating cool graphics. Most everything is done from my phone. So make your phone your BFF. And what I want you to do is to tailor your own social media toolbox to help you reach your goals, whatever they are. You know, you could look at 10 different top coaches' phones. They're probably going to have some of the same apps, but a lot of different things, because it's all based on what works for you, the vibe you're putting out as far as filters and the graphics you want people to see, that kind of stuff. So just know there are so many resources out there. Again, I'm showing you what works for me. You might like some of them. You might want to go download and try them. You might have zero interest in them and like something else. And if that's the case, totally okay. But find what works for you to help you reach your goals. When it comes to basic business tools, these are some that I absolutely love. So I'm going to cover with you today things from business tools to what I love for posting to video editing, again, the absolute basics. But these are my basic business tools that I use on a daily basis, and I want to tell you why I love them so much. First and foremost, and I have a screenshot of my phone right here so you can see what they look like if you go into the App Store and you try to find them. Coaching Codes is a lifesaver. I know we just recently rolled out our share a cart option on our website, which is amazing. But if you're trying to, send a quick link to somebody and you can't get into the website, or it's acting funny or whatever, Coaching Codes is a great tool. I've been using it for a couple years now, nonstop. You enter in your coach ID, it populates a link, you send it, boom, so easy. So I definitely encourage you to have that for convenience. It is great. Zoom is something that we use to have our interactive team calls. It's actually what I'm using right now to record this webinar. I log into Zoom, I turn off the camera because, sometimes like today I'm wearing my pajamas and I look like a little bit not so camera ready, but I use it to record everything that I do. It's a great tool. You can use it from your phone, as of course from a desktop or anything else. But that is how we run our team calls and any interactive one-on-one calls that allows us to see each other and still interact even if we are across the country from each other. So definitely encourage that one too. I am recently getting onto the Google train. I have not been the biggest supporter of Google, mostly because I had never used a Google email address before. And Google kind of has its own little empire going on with all these different things. But I started to realize how important they were for organization. So the first thing I have on here is Google Streak. Google Streak is actually a more of a CRM, a customer contact relationship manager kind of tool. I just started using it recently and I'm liking it because I do have a Gmail email address now. But what happens with Google Streak is you can actually put people into things called pipelines. So you can track where they're moving through with your business. So say you get somebody as a brand new lead, you put them into the pipeline as a brand new lead, you can work to progress them through to become a coach or customer, whatever you want them to be, and track each step. And it's kind of like a funnel system. I'm still playing around with it. I like it, but I haven't set up all my pipelines yet, but I definitely can see how I'm going to be using this a lot. So if you're a Google person, you might absolutely love this. Google Docs is something that I'm using for absolutely everything. Every single template for a challenge group, training group, graphics, all that stuff I have saved in Google Docs and also Google Drive. You'll see Google Drive down there in the bottom. They kind of work hand in hand together. But it's really nice because I can share that with you guys. So if you say to me, hey, I want to do a Coach Basics group and I don't know, what to do, and I liked your content, can you share it with me? I can just share that template with you. You can make it your own and do whatever, copy and paste. It's a really nice tool for sharing and growing with resources. So I definitely encourage you doing that. Just it makes it easier, eliminates excessive paper trains too if you are printing things off and mailing, doing whatever. That's a great tool. And again, those have apps. You can do it right from your phone. It's wonderful. I can't tell you how many times I've been somewhere else, not with a computer or my laptop, and I need to do something in a challenge group, and I can pop into my Google Docs and see what's scheduled and get it done. It's a lifesaver. I have over here on the right Asana, and there's a green arrow by it. And I want to just kind of talk about that really quick. It's very similar to what Google Streak is. I have been using Asana for several years. Asana is a relationship manager tool. So it allows me to organize my contacts, every single person I talk to, coach prospects, Instagram, everything's in there. I love Asana. I think it's very user-friendly. I started several years ago using it when it was free. I believe now there might be a small charge involved with it. But it is amazing. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't completely dove into Google Streak, is because I just really love how Asana works for me. So I might still toggle both of them. But I have the arrow because there are some other really great tracking systems for your customers. And a lot of other coaches use one-page CRM. Another one is Teamzy. Teamzy is great. It comes with about a $39 a month price tag. So sometimes people want to invest that. That's great. I'm a big supporter of not putting money into things you don't need to put money into when it comes to the business. And that's one of them. I just don't feel that it's worth it when Asana is what was free for me, but minimal cost. Google Streak is free if you're doing your you're already using Google with it. So find one that works for you that's going to keep you organized. I tried one-page CRM. I did try Teamzy. I tried something, another one, I forgot what the name of it was, but they didn't work for me. And I found Asana, and it was like what works for me. So definitely find one that's going to help you. Don't sit there and say, oh, I'll remember everybody, because I have a great memory. And I forget things all the time with people, because as you build this business, you start to get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of customers. You're going to forget little things, and you don't want that to happen. I have on here also the Team Beachbody Coach that sends you right to the website. So that's a quick, easy little thing if you need to get there. That's also an app that I have on my business toolkit. And then I have WordPress on here because that's what I run my blog through. A lot of people like blogs. I actually came into this business with my blog already existing, and I just decided to use it as a platform I was going to slowly start talking about coaching and healthy living on. So I already had that going, but do not feel like you have to have a blog. And there are a lot of blogs out there. This is just the one that I use. I want to talk about Instagram, because Instagram, in my mind, is the biggest gold mine for coaches right now. It has the most opportunity, and it's something that you should absolutely 100% be embracing if you are not. In my mind, Facebook is pretty much dead. There's not much going on with it as far as new anything. Instagram is where it's at. So I want to talk about a couple different things with this. First and foremost, I know Instagram can be kind of intimidating. You're thinking, why? What's this hashtag stuff? What's going on? But I have it down here at the bottom where it says expand your market. And that's what you really need to think about. At some point, you're going to hit a time frame in your business where your market, your warm market, your friends, family, people that you know on your Facebook page, it's going to be cold because you've already exhausted everybody and there's no one else to reach out to. And you're just seeing the same people all the time. They're seeing you. You need new blood to keep growing your business and getting things going. And Instagram is a great way to do it, because between hashtagging and logging your location at places, you can branch out and meet so many more people through Instagram, connect with them, and find other people that could be wonderful dream team coaches and customers. So you really need to start looking into this. When I first started looking into Instagram, because I haven't had it for too long, I've really probably been working it for about a year now, and not even as solid as I have been recently. But when I started looking into it, I just started doing some research in Google articles and stuff, and try to find important things to know about Instagram and trending hashtags and that kind of stuff. That way I could really make the most of this. The greatest thing that I can recommend to you to do is to determine who your market is. And if you've been in my Coach Basics group, if not, if you're a new coach, you need to get in one. We talk about creating your avatar, your niche market, the people you're trying to attract. Who are they? And you need to know who that is so that you can search accordingly, also post accordingly, but also hashtag accordingly. Hashtags are so important. You can put no more than, I usually go to about 27 hashtags per post I put up. And when I say 27, I mean that's in the comment section. I do not put them in the post. I just put it underneath separately so people can still search for them. But I believe the cutoff is 30, right around 30. Sometimes 29 if you're doing consistent posting. I've had a couple where I put 29 and that's like, oh, you can't do that. We can't do that. You got to, lessen the amount of hashtags. And what you want to do is you want to create a list of hashtags that appeal to your customer and also to you. And that's really important because you want people to be looking for you that could, benefit again your business or coaching market. So For mine, I have a couple that are like dog mom, tall girl, donuts are my weakness, coffee addict. These are a couple of the hashtags I have when people are searching for me. And I usually tailor a couple to the location. Ohio is one of them. The day of the week, possibly. If I am eating maybe a salad, I'll do a salad or something like that. But create a list of hashtags, put them in the notes section of your phone. That way you can just copy and paste them right underneath what you're doing and then be able to be searched. You want to have an eye-catching theme when it comes to your Instagram. When I say theme, I mean, some people will do like every other panel be a white panel with a quote. Some will just do the same filter, which is what I do. I typically do the same filter over majority of my photos, so it just looks crisp that way. Occasionally I pop in a regular thing, but usually I don't. And I have mine where it's kind of inset on with a white background, so they kind of pop a little bit more. But I've changed around. I've done a lot of different themes, and that's one thing you want to do is just kind of keep changing it up and always be reinventing your theme, but start somewhere. That way when people, if they accidentally get on your page or they do click a hashtag and it comes to you, you have such a lovely eye-catching theme that they just want to keep scrolling and they get lost in all of your posts. So definitely work on that. I want you to also utilize Instagram stories. This is where I've been doing everything. I've been posting about workout stuff to coaching stuff, everything I possibly can, sharing recipes on there, because what that does, that allows you to drive new people to engage with you in a different way. Obviously, it's so much better to be talking to somebody and they get to feel your personality and your vibe and everything in more of a face-to-face setting than if you're just doing a post and they don't really know you. Plus, it allows you to see who all is looking at your posts and allow, consistently, and that will give you the opportunity to reach out to them and comment and follow up with them too. So start using that Instagram story. I actually do a lot of filming and things from my Instagram story. If you look at the bottom when you're in there, you can actually, obviously you could do boomerang, super zooming in, you can rewind. There's a hands-free function, which I definitely encourage if you are recording yourself. Don't be one of those people that's going to, click the button and then move back and do a workout move. That doesn't look professional. Do it hands-free. And then stop motion is my favorite. I do that a lot for my posts for Facebook and Instagram. I just, record it in the Instagram story and then just save it to my phone. It's great. So definitely check out Instagram story. I also highly encourage you to link your Instagram story to your Facebook story. And, I'll get people that will ask me, well, what do you think? Do you think Facebook story is better? What do you, tell me, what do you think? And honestly, my opinion is I never look at Facebook stories at all, but I know some people do. So if you log into your Instagram and if you just go, when you go to your main page where it gives you the chance to edit profile and there's a little wheel there that says settings, go in there and you'll see under options, couple down, it's going to say story settings. And if you look at the very bottom of that story setting page, it's going to say share your story to Facebook. So when you post your story on Instagram, it'll automatically transition that right to Facebook, so you still have stuff there in their Facebook story if you're worried about that without having to make additional content. I have shared here 3 apps that I think are really important for Instagram users, and I want to tell you about them in case you have never used those. The first one, it's called Cleaner, and you can see that by looking at it. What I like about this is you can see who's following you or who you're following that's not following you back. That way you can kind of reach out and try to connect and bridge that gap when it comes to the communication, and or if you maybe want to reach out to them and start engaging more on their posts so they do start liking you. You could do any of that, absolutely. But you want to know your market and who's following you as you start to build this business and add more people to it. Cut Story is nice because you can upload a video and it's actually going to cut it into the right when it comes to timing, the proper timing for your Instagram story. Of course, there is a cutoff period there. You can't just put like a long 10-minute video. It's going to get cut off. So this will cut it off into little segments. You can upload them all and your viewers don't miss anything. And Planoly is something that I've been using that I really, really enjoy. It is a planner tool. So you can actually put your posts, and I try to create a lot of my posts ahead of time, but you can go ahead and you can put them in there and play around with how they look visually and schedule them so that you know what you should be posting and when. Really great tool. Very simple to use. When it comes to those eye-catching posts, you want to find a variety of apps that are going to work for you. And again, I just screenshotted the ones that I have in my phone, and I have a lot of them. And there are some that I use more than anything, and I'm just going to kind of run through a couple of those really quick. But again, there's so many, and I just encourage you to find ones that you like. Most of these are free. A couple I have paid for, but that's only because I really see the value in them, and I wanted to have them. But you do not absolutely have to do that. So probably the most, when it comes to what's used the most on these apps for me, I use WordSwag a lot. It's a wonderful app when it comes to overlaying words and even my logo on top of existing pictures. It's really important, guys, not to just be posting a picture that you took from Pinterest or online. If you like a quote on there, then just take that quote and type it up in WordSwag and put it over a photo of you working out or doing something. It's going to make it obviously put your stamp of uniqueness on it, but also it's not going to be stealing from anybody else, which you want to be very cautious of doing that. So WordSwag is one I definitely recommend. Aviary is another one that I use a lot. This is what I use when I want to blur out the background of things, make them a little bit sharper. If I want to do like a color focus, so maybe I want to do a black and white photo, but I want my energized to be, bright yellow in the photo, that allows me to do it. It's really easy to use. Fast Camera is another one. I tell everyone to download this. This is one that you do pay for. I want to say it's like $2.99. But this is what I use whenever I'm doing any kind of workout photos of my dog, because it snaps at a very fast shutter speed, which allows you to take more photos to choose from. And some of my favorites come from this, because there'll be all these random ones where, it takes maybe 1,000 photos in a 30-second time frame. And I have all these really great action photos that I didn't even know they could be that cool, and I can use those as a post. So I definitely encourage that. And again, it's great for animals or kids that move fast too. So try that. Of course, Boomerang is amazing, because that is something that allows you to change up your posts and make it kind of unique and eye-catching. PicMonkey is what I use for most of my graphics from the computer. So when I am on my phone, I use the PicMonkey app to work on those too. I definitely encourage you to start getting comfortable with PicMonkey. I've done some tutorials on how to use it from the computer in the past, but we can always do that if we need to down the road. And then another one that I absolutely love that I've just started using is HypeType. That's the way that you could put music and some overlaying words, sometimes animated words, over a photo. And these are great when you're looking at your Instagram story, because you don't want to have just plain photo after plain photo after plain photo. You want to spice it up with some talking, or maybe a fun boomerang or something, to just always have something new and exciting popping up. And that's what I love HypeType for. So definitely check that one out. When it comes to video editing, I really think that video editing is something you need to get comfortable with. For a lot of people, this is your frog. This is the thing that you're nervous about, that you are scared to do. You don't want to put yourself out there on camera. And I get it, because it's kind of scary. The first time it always is. But after a while, it's just like nothing. It's like second nature. And videos will stop the scrolling on your Facebook or Instagram faster than anything else. So you want to get going with this. Go live on your Instagram story, go live on Facebook. If you're nervous your first time, tell us, and we'll all hop on there and support you and talk to you, but it's just like having a conversation with yourself, but it just happens to be that it's recorded, but you'll get a lot more interaction. This is great when you're doing like meal prep or recipes or whatever. A lot of people right now are doing really great vlog kind of things for their journey with the new 80-Day Obsessed program, which is amazing. But try to go live and just step outside of your comfort zone. And if it's not going live, which I have a little screenshot of me right there, the other day I just went online and just showed everybody, kind of updated them, because I had not been live for a little bit since I was sick and I had pneumonia for about a month. But I had these bananas that were like black, and I wanted to show them some value with my post and what they could do with it. So I was making banana apple muffins from the Fix8 cookbook, and I wanted to show people that. And that got a lot of views, a lot of comments, a lot of messages after, and several people asking more about what Fix8 was, which is, of course, the goal, to get them to ask more questions. But, of course, I don't always just go live with things. I record myself doing workout moves, and I splice things together, and I am no expert at any of that, guys, but these are the tools that I use. Mostly I use iMovie, because I can airdrop it to my iMac upstairs if I need to, but I don't have to. I can edit everything from my computer. Video Shop's great too, so same as InShot. Those will allow you to trim clips. If you take little videos of yourself working out, add a filter, some music, some words, really fun. So try around and play around with those. Pick, Play, Post is one I like a lot, because you could put photos and videos together. So say you want to show 2 different workout moves, and then you also have like a photo of you finishing the workout that you want to put in there. You can put that all together with pick, play, post, and it's going to be amazing. So, I mean, that's really probably one of the basic tools that I started more than anything using in the beginning that were great. Just some additional tools that I wanted to help you when it comes to building your business and being a mobile girl boss. These are a couple tools that I recommend and that fit your budget needs that you have, some of them you already have access to, but I encourage you to get into them. The first thing on the top is the most expensive. It took me a while before I bought one because I couldn't see if I needed it or not, if it was going to be worth the price tag. That's my Diva ring light. That costs about $300. You guys may have seen when I'm recording. It's a huge ring light that helps with the lighting. Of course, my eyes look more vibrant. It's just as better for filming if you're doing a lot more videos, which right now you might not be, so that it might be something down the road you might look at doing. That's also a rank incentive gift. If you, rank advance, and when you hit 2-star diamond, I buy this for you. So that might be a good rank advancement for yourself because you might want me to get it for you. But that is something that you could look at doing down the road. I have a photo at the bottom left here with a cell phone with a smaller version on it. This is something that I do encourage you to purchase. This little smaller ring light is only $19. I use it everywhere I go. I always have in my purse. It just clips right on your phone. Doesn't matter if you have a Samsung, iPhone, whatever. Zach Morris phone might not work if it's one of the old school cell phones. But it's very user-friendly. It just really illuminates your face. And when it comes to the photos you're putting out there and everything, you want to have solid quality lighting. You don't want it to look janky or dark or dim. So this is a good option, and it's a much better option too until you're ready to get that more expensive Diva light. I have on here a picture too that says screenshots. Now, screenshots, that is something that you could do from your phone, obviously, but it's probably been the biggest assistant to me when it comes to building my business. And what I mean when I say screenshot, if I see a post somebody does or something that really speaks to me, I screenshot it in my phone. And if you would ever look inside my phone, I have probably over 1,000 photos on my phone right now, but 700 of those are screenshots. So again, those are things that down the road, I'm not going to copy those people, but I'm using them for inspiration. If I'm ever thinking like, I don't know how to talk about the coaching opportunity today, I go back and I look from the things that I've screenshot. I'm like, that's a great idea. And then I put my own spin on it and make it work. So use what's already out there. Follow people that really inspire you, and use some of their ideas to help you form your own. It's a great way. You should already be following some coaches that you admire anyway. If you need help, tell me. But you want to have inspiration, because we all have those days where we have writer's block. Nothing seems to be making sense. I have on here a picture of my planner. I use an Erin Condren life planner, but you don't have to. But you definitely need to have some kind of organizational tool to keep yourself in check. And of course, that's not only just remembering things like team calls or trainings, but daily tasks you want to do. Before, when I was starting, I would put everything in here. I would write the names of the people I invited or any of that stuff before I had an actual tracker that I was using. I definitely encourage, like I said, finding the planner that you like, though, because there are so many out there. I've done YouTube videos on ones I've liked before. Passion planners are great. The day designers are wonderful. Happy 365 happiness planners are great. I just love the Erin Condren ones, and I like that I can customize the front because I'm kind of extra like that. So find one that you like, though, that's going to help you with what you need. This is exactly what I need for my business stuff. And if you ever have questions, I can show you how I use it. Under that, you're going to see a photo of the old Coach office. The Coach online office is probably the most underutilized tool that you have out there when it comes to questions or getting information or being able to do things in the correct way. So if you're a newer coach and you have not spent time in there, when I was a brand new coach, I would go in there all the time to the product library and read about the products and check things out, and just be, trying to learn as much as possible. There are a lot of great resources when it comes to posting on social media and other basic things that you might be struggling with since you are a brand new coach. But do not ever discount the value and the information that's in that online office. It is just full of it for you. And before you ask, questions in the group or whatever that are real basic, take some time and try to look it up yourself. Go into the FAQ section under the support tab and type your question in and see what pops up, because pretty much everything's in there, and it's definitely worth it to look into it and know where things are. So down the road, as you build your team, you can, help your team get to the right place by looking themselves. I also have on here FedEx, their logo, because FedEx is also my little secret BFF. I love to laminate things. And instead of printing off tracker after tracker and all these different pieces of paper and whatever, what I do is I print off one, I go there to FedEx, I laminate it, and then I write on it with my dry erase marker. That way I can use it over and over. It is cost effective. It costs like $1.75 or something to laminate it. But you could do that with anything, with meal planners, anything that will help you with your business. And in the beginning, as you're trying to figure things out, that really was helpful for me to have just, instead of printing off 365 trackers, I just had one that I used. And again, that really, really helped me. So those are just some basic things. I mean, there are so many things that you could do, buy, use. This is just what I use on a daily basis and what I recommend that are also, like I said, cost effective and going to help you. Keep this simple though. You don't need to make it crazy and get over the top with things. You have your phone. You've got apps on your phone. Take photos all the time. I'm constantly taking photos and thinking what I can use them for of a post. Even if you're not sure something just looks cool or you made a really cute looking dinner or meal prep, take a photo, use it later. Overlay it with those words. Find ways to make it work, guys. It gets easier, trust me. From newer coaches, sometimes you're thinking, I don't know what to talk about. And we can do other trainings on that. But this is a really, really great beginning step as far as building your social media toolbox. And I really hope that it helped you. So if you have any questions, let me know, as always. But I am so proud to have you on this team, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.